Questionnaire consists of formalized and pre-specified set of questions designed to obtain responses from potential respondents. Okay, what do you understand by this? This simply means a questionnaire is a very specific set of questions which have been, let us say, vetted, which have been formalized, and which have been put in a specific structure so as to remove the subjectivity of the researcher. So it is, the keywords that you have to remember is, it is formalized and it's a pre-specified set of questions. Okay, and the purpose of it is to obtain responses from potential respondents. Questions in the questionnaire reflect the research objective under investigation. So the questions that go in a questionnaire need to fulfill certain objectives in the investigation, or to fulfill certain objectives of our research. Moreover, the questionnaires are generally situation and culture specific. Okay, so moreover, the moment you look into a questionnaire, they are primarily trying to investigate a specific situation, or maybe probably a culture. Okay, and then questionnaire design process requires a careful attention to each step, as the questionnaire or research instrument should be adapted to the specific cultural environment and should not be biased in terms of any one culture. So what the entire thing probably means is, the questionnaire has to be very objective, and it has to be adapted to suit the cultural needs or the cultural environments, and there shouldn't be any element of bias. Okay, so this entire thing had been propounded by Malhotra, that is Naresh Malhotra. So this is the basic definition and basic criteria or qualities of a questionnaire. Moving on, the questionnaire design process, as we have discussed in the objectives, it has three processes or three phases, that is the pre-construction phase, the construction phase, and the post-construction phase. Okay, we'll discuss in detail each one of them. So this is the entire diagram that you have to understand. There are, three parts, that is part 1 is pre-construction, part 2 is construction phase, part 3 is the post-construction phase. Okay, so these are what is the examples of open-ended questions. What is your favorite advertisement for a soft drink? Okay, it can vary from respondent to respondent. Okay, these are some this is about close-ended questions. Either they are multiple choice questions or dichotomous questions. Dichotomous questions are questions which present you only with two choices: yes, no, male, female, true, false, agree, disagree, sort of a thing. Okay,
Questionnaires are a versatile research method that are often used by sociologists to assess people's attitudes, behaviours and motivations. They are a list of questions that are distributed by sociologists through a variety of different channels to people taking part in research called respondents. These questionnaires can be used to measure many different social issues and ascertain people's opinions, attitudes, tastes and preferences. Some questionnaires are mailed out to respondents either through the postal service or via email or direct into an external website. Other methods of distribution include researchers completing the questionnaire with a respondent in a similar way to a structured interview. A final way of distributing questionnaires is to allow respondents to take the questionnaire away and complete in their own time. These are often referred to as self-completion questionnaires. Questionnaires have several different formats based upon the types of questions being asked. Closed questions are those with a fixed number of responses, such as yes, no, or a Likert scale, which provides responses with a statement and asks if they strongly agree, disagree, etc. Others can be multiple choice, but closed questions are usually pre-coded so that they can be turned into quantitative data to give an overview of people's responses. These questionnaires are particularly useful for finding out people's attitudes to issues or their intended behaviours. The second form of questioning is open questioning. These questions are designed to allow the respondent to provide their own unique answer to a question, one that produces more contextual, qualitative data that explains the meanings and motivations of people allowing researchers to understand why people act the way they do. In recent times, there has been a trend for combining these two types of questions, gathering quantitative data on opinions and asking follow-up questions to understand the motivations behind the response. In the exams, students are often asked about written questionnaires or self-completion questionnaires. These descriptions are suitably vague to allow better students to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of using open or closed questions, rather than making assumptions about what type of questions are used.